This is TWiT.
And GoPro, although not small anymore,
Yes.
started off with a very similar. I mean, now they're. I mean, you know, definitely not a little
GoPro
guy.
has an advantage that a lot of companies don't have, and that they have a product that just the mere use of that product is literally startling. And if you have a product like that, there's very little you need to do. But I think one of the problems that people have about influencer marketing techniques is they come from the side of, how can we get these people to do something for us? Like, how can we get them talking about our campaign, our Ford products, our clothing, our stuff? And I should say, our company, we do a lot of influencer-based stuff, and we take the complete 180-degree approach to that. It's not about getting people to do stuff for us. It's about making the influencers look good around your brand and building that relationship with an influencer. You can't just ping an influencer out of nowhere and just say, hey, would you come to this? Can you come do this for us and talk about this? You know, unless you're willing to pay out money for them. I mean, sometimes you can be successful. If you have a product like GoPro, it can be. But what we do is we have just a basic philosophy of, let's just interview the influencers. Let's make them look good, but talk about a topic that's of interest to the influencer, what they're thinking about now, rather than, can you talk about what we're thinking about right now? And we simply just stick a microphone underneath their chin, you know, and we'll have the microphone flag of a company. And here, I'm just going to throw up a few of the clients we have, HP and LinkedIn.
Never heard of those guys. Never heard of them.
Juniper and Citrix, and maybe you've heard of this company, IBM.
Who's that?
And we just interview them. And by the sheer fact that they're talking about issues that are related, it's kind of an implied endorsement because the IBM logo's underneath their chin. They're not saying anything about IBM or any of these other companies, but they're talking about topics that are of interest. And now we're creating content with influencers on it. And we're making it clear, the exchange, instead of, like, you know, what you were saying, Olivier, about, you know, the line is blurred. We don't try to blur the lines because influencers are smart. They're not, you know, you don't want to try to pull a fast one over them, and you don't want to try to pull a fast one over the audience either. Look, I'm here to make you look good. That's my #1 goal. But in the process of making you look good, I'm going to make myself look good, or really make the company that I'm representing look good as well. And that's essentially the goal we're aiming for.
But
you know,
just for the record, when I mentioned that, you know, blurred lines, I was talking about the not blurring the lines in the sense of trying to, like, pull the fast one by the audience, but
well,
just
you're
not
saying blurring the lines between marketing and content.
Yeah, not compartmentalizing digital versus something else and influencer versus something else. It all blends together so that it's cohesive. That's what I was talking about. Not some kind of, like, weird, underhanded thing.
Thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
but
well,
you know who does the most seamless influence marketing is Red Bull. Because Red Bull doesn't come right out and have somebody talk about Red Bull. They have somebody wear a Red Bull shirt, and then they do something that's incredible, that's aspirational. And the person who's watching that person, whether it's a BMX biker, whether it's what's the new hockey skating thing that they do where they're rallying? I don't know what that sport's
I've seen that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But again,
and I would say NASCAR is one of the original,
NASCAR,
right?
Yeah. Totally.
I mean, they've been doing this. They've kind of been doing their own thing with this model for such a long time, and I think it does impact. NASCAR fans are huge into the sport, and they definitely buy products based on the racer or the sports person that they like. I mean, they kind of started this. This isn't really a new thing.
Yeah, the more seamless it seems, that the more successful it becomes. When it's an outright. Remember the old days where. Maybe you don't remember the old days, but David and I were talking about black and white TVs earlier. But they used to, in the middle of the show, they'd stop and talk about some toothpaste, or they'd talk about some whatever. I mean, product placement was so up in your face, and that's how they advertised. So it was extremely interruptive. And our society, I think, as a whole, has gotten used to that, and it just doesn't really work anymore. People see that.
No, it does. It very much works. Conan does this a lot. Jimmy Fallon does this a lot. You know who does this unbelievably well?
Jimmy Fallon does it in a very subtle way. He like brings it up. It's not like so in your face. It's just like, oh, by the way, we've got the Pano guy. I'm blanking. Oh my gosh, Young. What's his name?
Silence.
They'll make the product part of the content that they're creating.
Yes, exactly. So it's seamless, right? It's not like interrupted. I think that's.
But what the WWE does, which I think is interesting, is they'll put on a show. They'll put on a performance. And then through the process of the performance, they start weaving in their other events or other products as part of telling the story as well, which I find is a rather interesting technique as well.